Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Thank you for taking the time to be here tonight. Whether you're listening with headphones on or letting this play quietly in the background, I truly appreciate you joining me. So get comfortable and let's begin. My name doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what followed me out of those woods. I've been driving long-haul trucks across the United States for nearly a decade. Interstates, back roads, mountain passes, forgotten highways that don't even show up properly on GPS. If you do this job long enough, fear becomes background noise. Storms, isolation, endless nights where the road feels alive and watching. But there was one night, one stretch of frozen wilderness, that reminded me how thin the line really is between the living and what refuses to stay dead. That night, my route cut through a remote northern corridor. Miles of dense forest, no towns, no cell signal. Just snow-laden trees pressing in from both sides like a tunnel. The weather turned brutal fast. Heavy snowfall, wind howling like something angry and unseen. Visibility collapsed to a few yards beyond my headlights. I'd been driving for hours. My body was numb, my eyes burning. So when I spotted a wide shoulder just off the road, I pulled over. No lights, no signs of civilization, only endless white swallowing everything whole. I parked the rig, killed the engine, and sealed the cabin, pulling thick blackout curtains over every window. Once those were drawn, the truck became its own little world. Warm, dim, quiet, too quiet. I heated water on a portable stove, ate something quick, and stretched out behind the driver's seat. My plan was simple: rest for an hour. That's all. Any longer and snow could trap the truck. I turned off the cabin light. That's when I heard it. Crunch. A single footstep. Outside. At first, my mind rejected it. Snow shifts. Wind plays tricks. Then came another. Crunch. Slow. Deliberate. Someone was walking toward my truck. Out there. In that cold. Where no one should have been. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. I lay perfectly still, listening as the footsteps stopped right beside my door. Close enough that I could almost feel a presence through the metal. Minutes passed. 10. Maybe 15. The cold seemed to seep through the steel walls. Then, the door lock clicked. Once. Twice. Someone was testing it. My heart slammed so hard I was sure it could be heard outside. No human could stand motionless in that freezing darkness for so long. The lock stopped moving. Footsteps again, circling the truck. The passenger door lock rattled next. I squeezed my eyes shut, convinced the door would burst open. Then silence. Deep, absolute. The kind of silence that feels intentional. And then, more footsteps. Not one. Not two. 3. They stopped together right outside the cabin. That's when I heard whispering. Low. Murmured. A language I didn't recognize. There were 3 voices. One deep, one soft, one impossibly small. A man, a woman, and a child. Against every instinct screaming at me to stay hidden, I lifted the curtain just an inch. Nothing. No footprints. No shapes. No movement. The moment I looked, every sound stopped. I dropped the curtain and lay there shaking, staring into the darkness inside the cabin. An hour crawled by. Then I felt it, movement fading away from the front of the truck. I didn't think. I acted. I tore the curtains down, started the engine, and blasted the headlights forward. Figures stood in the snow ahead. I didn't focus. I just tried to drive. The tires spun uselessly. Stuck. That's when they turned back toward me. Slowly. When they stepped fully into the light, I saw their faces. They weren't alive. Skin sagged and gray. mouths stained dark, as if they'd been chewing on something rotten for a century. I sunk in, hollow but fixed directly on me. The child stepped forward, smiled, and waved. The truck suddenly lurched free. I slammed the accelerator and tore down the road, refusing to look back until I checked the side mirror. They stood there watching, still waving. I didn't get far. Black ice sent the rig sliding into a ditch. The engine died. I radioed for help and was told to reach an old service road 5 kilometers east. There was no other option. I had to walk. As I followed the snowy path, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. Footprints. 3 sets, leading into the woods. They ended at a decaying house hidden among the trees, its windows black, its porch sagging under years of neglect. Inside, the fireplace was burning, warm, but the house was empty. My radio crackled. A dog barked outside. I hid in a storage room just as the front door creaked open. They came in. The same 3 figures, heads tilted, sniffing the air like animals. The child drifted closer to my hiding place. Too close. I smashed a small window and jumped into the snow. Something chased me. I didn't stop running until I collapsed on a back road where locals found me half frozen and incoherent. They knew the house. They knew the story. Over a century ago, a family had been murdered there during a winter robbery. Their bodies were never properly buried. Now they wander the highway, peering to travelers, following those who stop, still looking for help, still trapped. Weeks later, after my truck was recovered, I checked an old camera I'd left in the cab. There was a photo I didn't remember taking. 3 figures standing in the snow, smiling. So if you ever find yourself alone on a frozen road and you hear footsteps where no one should be, don't open the door. Don't pull back the curtain. Some spirits don't want to be seen. They want to be followed. And once they know you noticed them, they never stop walking behind you. If you enjoy stories like this one, feel free to like the video or subscribe to the channel.